Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, Jay, interesting exchange on Twitter between Team Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson. Now, we know over the last several weeks and months, Shakur Stevenson has claimed that William Zepeda was not interested in facing him and essentially was ducking him. We've also heard from William Zepeda that that is a fight that he wants. And now William Zepeda's team has come out and stated something that was very interesting. And of course, Shakur Stevenson is going to respond to it because that's what he does. But before we go there, I do want to address something that has been on my mind for the last few hours. And it's the tweets that I see from Shakur Stevenson. I could never figure out, Jay, why they irk me. Things like, I'm chasing greatness. I've overcome every storm. I faced the most dangerous opponents. I have never seen a man, and I'm emphasizing the word man. I've never seen a man require such self-affirmation and validation from people. Those are traits of females. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with women doing it. I actually encourage women to do it, but that's not what we do as men. So, brother, if you truly believe you are what you say you are, you don't need all this self-affirmation and validation. It actually suggests that you don't believe anything that you're saying because you're constantly saying it. So that would be my suggestion to you. If you want us to believe it, just go prove it in the ring. That's all we need. Now, let's go into what he had to say, he being Team Zepeda. And in reality, this is Golden Boy Promotion, Eric Gomez, president of Golden Boy Promotions. So, Jay, let's play this clip. Let's hear what he has to say in regards to this. Now, Shakur Stevenson responded, and this is the same old story from Shakur Stevenson. So I'm going to allow you to read that off once we get done with this section of it. However, this is new news based off of what I've heard in the past. Here we go.
Backstory. We were approached by His Excellency Turkey and asked us if we're willing to do Shakur Stevenson. And we said, yes, absolutely. Let's do it. And they asked us if he would be willing to fight him in December underneath the rematch between Usyk and Fury. So we accepted. Then they came back about a week later and they said, well, Shakur wants to do a tune-up now. So he's going to fight October 12th. He's going to fight Cordina in a tune-up. So we asked if we can do a tune-up, and they accepted. They said, yeah, put him on Latin nights. We'll put him in. We'll make room for him there. He can have his tune-up. We'll push the fight back to February now. And we accepted. Yeah. We wanted to do the fight direct. Shakur's the one that requested a tune-up fight. Now he got injured, so he's out. Who knows if he's going to want a tune-up or not? I don't know. But after this fight with Tevin Farmer, we're in. We're willing to do it. That's the fight that William wants. He wants to fight Shakur.
So that is very interesting. That is a completely different story than what we've heard from Shakur Stevenson. And they are basically saying that Shakur wanted a tune-up. Now, if this is true, you are supposedly the best fighter at 135 pounds. You're chasing greatness. Why would you need a tune-up? It's William Zepeda, the guy that you said was ducking you. Why would you need a tune-up? Those are the types of things that, you know, when I say that I don't know if you really believe what it is that you say that you are, that would be an example of it, if true. Now, of course, you're arguing something differently or something different, and maybe it is different. I have no idea. But this is not inconsistent with what William Zepeda's team has said earlier in regards to wanting this particular fight. Now, I did hear all the baby stuff, but they actually countered that argument a few weeks ago where they said, well, no, that wasn't really the issue. We wanted to fight. So it'll be, I'm going to go ahead and pause here, Jay, because I know you got what Shakur stated in response. So let's read that off to be fair. What does Shakur have to say in regards to that?
Yeah, so Shakur responded to that saying, dude line his A off. I want to fight Zepeda in October. I was told he was having a baby, so he won't gonna be ready to fight until February. I didn't even know he was fighting in November. I was upset when I seen that ish. Pound facts, hashtag facts. But I look, we here now, so February we gonna get it in. So that was his response to that.
Won't go.
He also said that
won't hold up, but he said won't go be ready. I see why he and Terrence Crawford are friends. Go ahead.
He won't go and be ready.
Oh wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's too early. It made my head hurt on that. But then he also said, we here now. The last can't save y'all. The fight is happening. Reporters put this guy ahead of me, and he's not even champion. They think this is a dangerous fight for me coming off a hand injury. So let's find out. Come on. Sounds like he's setting up a fallback or an excuse.
Sounds like it. Like, why are you making that statement? Like, who needs to know that? Even if that is what they believe, who needs to know that? Why does the general public need to know that? To your point, it sounds like you are now putting out there that seed, right? All right, y'all know I'm coming off of a hand injury, right? So if I don't look good, y'all know I'm coming off that hand injury, right? Right? But we get called out, Jay, for when we point these things out. They say that we're hating when we point these things out. It's not hate, it's keeping it real. I see some of these things and it is what it is. But Jay, I know you haven't given your thoughts on this yet. What are your thoughts on this back and forth between William Zepeda, or at least Team Zepeda, and Shakur Stevenson?
Yeah, it was interesting. At first, I was on Shakur's side as far as when he was saying he was having a baby, so he wasn't going to do anything for the rest of the year. So I was like, okay, he ducked out. Because he actually, Zepeda or his team ducked Shakur in the past. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, he's doing it again. So I was on Shakur's side on that. Now more information comes out that he really didn't want to fight. Basically, he was having a baby. His wife's having a baby, yes. He didn't want to fight in October because it was real close to the baby.
That's what it was. Yeah.
He wanted to push it back. That's why they said December. And that's actually a more enticing card to be on, the rematch of Fury and Usyk versus the Art of Beterbiev and Bivol. You're going to get a lot more eyeballs on you in that card in December than I would say the card that just happened this past October anyway. So with his team, with Zepeda's team coming out saying this, they're like, okay, we want to go, but he wanted a tune-up. It seems like that makes more sense because that's what Joe Cordina was, a tune-up. He was a tune-up. Dude was coming up for 130 after getting knocked out by a guy that had a 33% knockout ratio. So he wasn't a threat. He wasn't anything to improve Shakur's resume at 135 whatsoever. But he also just fought Artem, who didn't improve his resume neither. So Shakur was all over the place with this, but he's saying they're going to be fighting in February. We'll see. Zepeda takes care of business in this fight with Tevin Farmer in November. We'll see if Shakur really is about that smoke. We're fighting him in February. I hate the fact that he mentioned again, talking about, I'm coming off a hand injury. Why mention that? Putting that seed out there. So if you lose or you don't look good, you're going to blame it on, I had a hand injury. I didn't have a chance to get a tune-up fight before this fight here because he's a pressure fighter, blah, 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 blah. Then he followed up in another tweet saying that when he fries Zepeda in February, they're going to say he's a bum. No one's going to say Zepeda's a bum if he beats him in February. We're going to give you full credit for that. We're also going to say, I will also say that you chased the dude that didn't have a belt when a guy had a belt. He had an opportunity to fight him. You went to Eddie, who also came out and said he was instructed not to make the fight with Tank. You chose that route.
You guys let us know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and we are out.